Hello there, lovely fellow crafters. Thanks for stopping by today. My name's Terry from Vegs Tez Creates, and I am delighted to bring you my second of 3 videos for the Not Too Shabby box of the month, which is the theme Meet Me. If you haven't seen my first video, that'll be linked at the end, as will the playlist which shows you all of the videos from my fellow teamies who also received the box of the month. So there is so much inspiration for you if you have got this kit. So this video I focused on using the Meet Me at the Theatre products. So I coloured up this little girl and I used the ephemera, and I used one of my favourite ever techniques in the world. You may already know of it. I didn't come up with it. I don't know who did. It's probably like one of those things, like probably it's been around forever and lots of people know about it and lots of people don't, but it's a beautiful way to showcase gorgeous papers, and also it's a great way to stretch your beautiful paper pads because you can also mix it in with just plain or other cardstock from your stash. So in this video you're going to see me make 5 cards. You'll hear me say 3 because that's what I had intended to do, but I actually ended up making 5 cards because I just could not stop. So let's dive in, shall we? So as you can see, I started this process by placing the first strip in the upper left hand corner. That works well for me, but you can obviously start where you feel works best for you. It's a very easy technique and very difficult to get wrong. There is no wrong way of doing it. All you need to do is make sure you've got a good amount of paper strips and arrange them in a way that is pleasing to your eye, and obviously when using a paper pad all the colours are going to match, and it's as easy as that. Okay, my crafty friends, so I completed the card panel that you saw me working on, and then I also created another one, and you can see obviously I used the exact same technique, but still they look pretty different from each other with the varying widths of the different strips and the amount of colours and the positioning, etc. So the original panels that I stuck the strips onto were slightly bigger than A2, so I did them at 4.5 by 5 3/4, and that was so that I could trim off the edges, so that the 4.25 by 5.5 inch panels that I trimmed it down to would have nice neat edges, and also it meant that as a happy surprise I got these nice offcuts as well, which can also be used in the cards. Off camera I coloured up 3 of the little cute girl sitting on her little popcorn cloud, eating her popcorn, and I made one of them have open eyes just by making a little mark there and there and making some pupils. That was just for me experimenting really, but I think that looks cute, as well as the sort of open-eyed I'm so happy version. So it's just nice to play around with these things. I also made a garland. I saw one of my teamies make a garland by using this little stamp several times together in one of her recent videos, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna nick that. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the way that these turned out. I actually batch coloured these, so I coloured up the first one and then just thought I'm going to do them all exactly the same. And as you can tell, I paid particular attention to the colours in the paper pad so this is a big tip for you if you're going to use coloured images that you colour in yourself with a coloured paper pad. You need to make sure that the colours match, because if I had done her in my signature colours of like purple and aqua, it wouldn't have looked cohesive, and you know, so this is very bold and like primary colours. You've got bright red, bright blue, bright yellow. So I made her a little blondie and I gave her pale skin. So that's the way we've gone there. So what I'm going to do is because I've done 3 little girls, I'm going to make 3 cards. So yes, you can go ahead and pop that entire thing onto a card front. But in my mind, that's quite busy. That's quite a lot. If I were to do that in a card, which I have done before, I would then do a big bold sentiment like hugs, and then a little sending you or something like that. But there is so much more that you can do using this technique. I don't know what the name is. I have not invented this, but in my mind I sort of call it the patchwork quilt effect, because that's what it looks like to me, like a sort of patchwork quilt. And it is so much fun. If you've never tried it, you can do it while you're watching the telly. It's so easy. So I'm going to go away now and just plan out my 3 cards and then come back and assemble them. So I'll be back in a mo. Okay, my crafty friends, so here we go, the completed cards. I'd only intended to make 3 because I had coloured up the 3 images, but then I ended up creating 2 more using the ephemera and the 2 patterned panels that I had made, which just goes to show how far you can make those panels stretch. So if you've never tried this technique, it might have a proper name. If you know what the name is, let me know in the comments, but I sort of call it the patchwork quilt effect because that's what it looks like to me. So what I have done on all of them is gone and added some glossy accents and some Nouveau Crystal Glaze, which are the same things really, onto different parts. So on this one I've put a nice dollop here to make it shiny. I've also gone over some of the sentiments in a sort of shiny black pen. And this is the one where I gave the little girl eyes, which I think look, and a little mouth there, which I think looks quite cute. and then the the popcorn wreath there. I'll put little glossy accents on the little hearts as well, and lots of little of the sort of AB bling to go with the blue ink blended background, which I sprayed with shimmer spray. This one I created a frame, so using 2 different size dies. I've got a die set where it's got a mixture of straight edge and then wavy edges, so I picked 2 that were a nice distance apart to give me a nice frame, and then I cut 2 more, so kept the 2 dies in the same position so that the frame would be exactly the same. So I cut 2 more of those in white and added them, so you can just about see if you look to the side, but it gives some nice dimension, and our little girl is sat on her popcorn cloud, happy as can be. Again, I did some ink blending, and I also added some shimmer spritz to that little girl. And then this one is, I took the full panel and then sliced it at a nice angle, and then put the little girl here. This one you can see I've gone over it in like a shiny black pen. I've added glossy accents and Nouveau Crystal Glaze. I can't remember which I've done to which. I was using one for one and then one for some others. And then these 2. This one is what was left of that, and you remember I told you about the 2 strips that were left. Well, there were a few strips left, as you can see here, and I thought, oh well, this will make a lovely section itself, but the little girls were facing that way, and I thought that wouldn't look right, so I created a scene using these strips as like a banner to hold the sentiment. So that's like that says "Love you more than buttered popcorn," so that'd make a lovely Valentine's Day or anniversary card or something for people that like to go to the theatre or the movies. And then the last one, we've got our girl on the lovely comfy couch. I've added glossy accents to her little flower in her hair, to a movie night ticket, to a bobble. This is the cutout from the frame. So again, I used the same nesting die set, and I used just the next one up, which just gave me a little skinny border of blue. And then I used a thicker border with the gorgeous gold faux sort of glittery sequiny paper, and then I used the movie night stamp and then did some squiggles, just some lines around it, and I raised these up on foam pads. So 5 cards out that were meant to be 3, but I just couldn't stop. So I'd love to know what your favourite is, if you've tried this technique, and if you have tried this technique, how do you normally use it? Do you normally do things like this? Do you normally do things like this? Do you normally just use the whole panel? Is there anything you haven't tried? And if you have found value in this video, I would really love it if you would give the video a like and leave a comment, as that shows YouTube that people enjoy the video and they then go and show it to more people. So I will see you again for my 3rd video with the box of the month, which I'll be focusing on the Alice elements in there, the Meet Me in Wonderland, and I will incorporate some colouring tutorial into that, and that will be over on my own channel, Vigstez Creates. So I'll put the links to my socials in the description box, so if you want to, because I know lots of people were interested in that colouring tutorial, so if you head over to my channel and subscribe, then and hit the notification bell, you'll be notified. I think it's the 25th, might be the 28th, but I think it's the 25th that my 3rd video goes live. So yeah, I know lots of you are interested, so make sure to hit that notification bell, because then you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And make sure you do that for the Not Too Shabby channel as well, because there are videos going up all the time, and we're all so different as teamies. We come up with such different ideas, so it's just I personally love watching lots of different styles of card designers, because you just get so much inspiration from different people. So that's all from me today, and I'll see you again on the 25th for some more crafty goodness. Bye for now.